Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. In today's video, I am going to be reviewing a bunch of new CoverGirl products for you guys. I have a lot of different stuff, face stuff, eye stuff, lip stuff, all the things. So if you want to hear my thoughts on these products, then just keep watching. Let's go ahead and start off with the foundation. They did recently put out their Outlast Active line. So I guess this is kind of like a workout type of vibe kind of line. They did send me some of the products in PR and I'm so grateful for that. This is actually a product that I did purchase myself, and it is the Outlast Active 24-Hour Foundation. It does have an SPF of 20. I did get the shade 810. I think this is the second lightest shade if I do remember correctly. You get 1 fluid ounce, so it's a pretty standard foundation amount. It does say that it's up to 24-hour wear that won't let you down, sweat proof, transfer proof, and humidity proof. It's oil free, it won't clog pores, dermatologist tested, and suitable for all skin types. I love this. So the packaging is great. It's a squeeze tube, which I usually prefer a squeeze tube or a pump, to be honest. But this foundation covers so well. It is what I have on today and what I have had on in a lot of my recent videos. It does oxidize a hair, so just beware of that. I feel like most CoverGirl foundations do oxidize a little bit. So what I actually do is I usually mix it with one of my NYX Pro Foundation mixers, the white one, just to kind of lighten it up so then when it does oxidize, it doesn't look too dark. But I probably should have gone up a shade, so I would just say err on the side of caution and go up like a lighter shade than what you typically wear because like I said, it does oxidize and kind of turn a little bit darker and warmer as you have the product on. But it covers really well. I have a lot of like acne scarring and just active acne right now, and so I need something that covers, and this really does do it. I love it with a damp beauty sponge. I love it with a brush. It looks so smooth on the skin, and that is something I think that, like, I tried that Wet n Wild stick foundation and it was so patchy and it made my skin look really bad, and then the next day I wore this and I was like, yes, like I love this, you know? And so it just makes my skin look so smooth and evened out and beautiful, and just like a soft blurring focus kind of finish to it. So I absolutely adore this foundation, and it lasts so long. I don't keep it on for 24 hours, obviously, but I do keep it on for probably like a good 12 to 16 hours, and it lasts, you guys. Like, I might have to blot a little bit in the T-zone, but really I wouldn't have to if I wasn't being super picky, you know what I'm saying? Most days I don't, but let's say I'm going somewhere after work, I might just dab an oil sheet on the T-zone and I'm good to go. This is just so beautiful. I love it so much, and I definitely recommend. I do see it being suitable for all skin types as well. I don't see it being overly drying. I don't see it being overly dewy. I don't see it being like patchy or accentuating dry patches or anything like that at all. So I think a lot of people would love this, and I totally recommend. They also released some new Simply Ageless products, and so this is kind of their CoverGirl plus Olay type of line. It's in like all the purple packaging, and this is their Simply Ageless Instant Fix Advanced Concealer. I did get the shade Fair, I believe. I'm not sure, it doesn't say it on the package, but I'm pretty sure it's the shade Fair. So it does come with like a little ball applicator, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to be like the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. But it's actually a little different. So you can see, I don't know if you can on camera, but there is like a little hole right in the center where all our product comes out of. So it's not like a real spongy sponge where all the product kind of disperses through it. It just comes out of that little hole at the top. And the sponge is a little bit firm, and it's not quite as soft as the Maybelline one. And it obviously is significantly smaller. I'm wearing this today, and I have worn this a lot, and I gotta say I don't love it. It was kind of disappointing. The coverage is just not there. When you apply it, you feel like, oh, okay, this is going to be like a medium coverage concealer. But then once you blend it in, even with a brush, the coverage is gone. And so I did it with a beauty sponge, and so I thought it was just that, you know, maybe it just didn't work well with it. So then I did it with a brush the next day, and it did the exact same thing. So it looks like there's going to be coverage, but then once you blend it in, it all just kind of like blends away, and there's nothing there. And so you can still see like some dark circles and things like that. And it, particularly, I don't find it like super hydrating. And so I don't really get the whole ageless claim either, because I would think that like an ageless concealer would be a little dewy, right? Like older skin tends to be drier, have a little bit more lines and stuff, so I feel like it would be maybe a little bit more hydrating and like not show all the lines and settle in and all that. But this is actually like, again, no coverage, and it's kind of drying, to be honest with you, and like a little patchy when you blend it out, to where I don't get the whole ageless thing. It just doesn't make sense to me. And so I would just say skip out on this. This is probably the one thing that I was the most disappointed in that I purchased, and it was not cheap. I want to say this concealer was like $16.99 at CVS. Now granted, CVS does tend to be a little bit more expensive, but still, I mean, no. Alright, the last face thing I want to talk about is the CoverGirl Outlast Active Cooling Setting Mist All Day Wear. I tried this in a Get Ready With Me that I did with new drugstore products, and I purchased this one, but then they actually sent me it as well in PR, and so that one I'm just going to donate or give to one of my sisters or friends or something like that, but I'm obviously going to keep the one that I purchased and I have used. So, funny story. Back to the setting mist. So it does say that it locks makeup in place all day. It seals your look, so it's smudge proof, transfer proof, and humidity proof. I think that's kind of like the gimmick of this whole active line. It is a microfine mist, has a lightweight, breathable feel, suitable for all skin types, dermatologist tested. I really do like the mister on this, and I liked it on the lid lockup as well. It's super fine. This has like a fresh scent to it. It's not as intense as the lockup setting mist that they released. But it has a little bit of a light, like fresh scent. I don't think this is something that I would wear to necessarily keep my makeup on. I don't think it does that, to be totally honest. What I think this does is kind of like mesh all the makeup together and make all the powderiness go away. Cooling, yes, like it feels cooling when you spray it on, but like in my mind, all setting mists kind of do because they're wet. I mean, I don't know. That's just me though. But I really do like this just to kind of melt all the makeup together, and it does feel good on the skin in the morning, so, you know, it is what it is. Not the best, but not the worst. It's a good spray. Okay, so for eye products, I did try out their two newest mascaras. So I purchased this one, the Exhibitionist Waterproof, and then they did send me the Lash Blast Active one. So the Exhibitionist, let's talk about this one first. I did get the waterproof one, and I did try this in that Get Ready With Me as well. This is kind of their take on the L'Oreal Lash Paradise or the Too Faced Better Than Sex, you know, with the hourglass brush. It's a natural bristle brush. The waterproof obviously keeps the curl really, really well. It's really, really hard to get off though, like painfully so. I feel like my Essence Extreme or I Heart Extreme waterproof it's not a big pain in the butt to get off. Like, I mean, it's harder than typical mascaras, but not like really, really hard, where this one is like, the struggle is real, like it's intense. And I don't love this. It doesn't necessarily volumize my lashes too well, and it lengthens them, but it doesn't make them like as clumpy or as volumized as I really like them to be, so I will definitely not repurchase this. It's just okay. And then this one, the Lash Blast Active, this is not waterproof, and this is the shade Extreme Black. Oh, and this one was in Very Black, so I always just get like the blackest black mascaras. This one is kind of like those typical Lash Blast brushes, and it is a rubberized brush. I don't know if you guys can kind of see here, but it's like, okay, so it's flat. Can you guys see how it's like kind of flat right there? And then it gets like wider this way, and then it's flat again on this side. Like, it's an odd shaped brush. So the bristles are shorter right here, and then they're longer on this side. I don't like this mascara because it really just, first of all, I don't like to use rubberized brushes on my upper lash line because they're scratchy, and I just don't like that feeling. I don't mind it on the lower lashes. I use the CoverGirl Clump Crusher Water Resistant on my lower lashes like religiously. But on my upper lashes, it's just too scratchy for me, and it kind of hurts and irritates my eyes a little bit, and this one definitely did that. And it just kind of like, it's okay, so it lengthened them, and then it kind of like did the thing where it clumps them together like my lashes, so I look like I have like 4 lashes. Does that make sense? And I could, like, once it dried, I could kind of wiggle in there with a brush and like get it all evened out. don't want to have to do that because there are so many mascaras on the market, especially in the drugstore, that like I don't have to do that with other ones. So why am I going to go buy one that I do have to do that? And I particularly don't love the finished look anyway. So it just didn't really make a whole lot of sense for me, so I would not repurchase this one as well. So they also sent the Get In Line Active liquid eyeliner. Ooh, this stuff, okay, so it's a brush eyeliner, and it is kind of a weird consistency, I will say. Like, it's a liquid kind of gel type of formula, but it is so shiny, and I prefer a liquid eyeliner that dries down matte because I think that just gives the smoothest look. I love my Milani Stay Put Matte Liquid Eyeliner. I love the Makeup Revolution Renaissance Flick one. I've just been trying that one out, and that one is really good. But this one, first of all, a ton of product comes off on the brush, and then it goes on, and it's very black. Like, as you can see, that was just one swipe. But it's kind of starting to like go in the lines of my hand a little bit, and so it's a really thin formula, so it kind of bleeds really easily, and then it just does not dry down matte, and that is my big complaint with this. If this dried down matte, I would probably really enjoy it, but when it's kind of shiny after it dries down and you move your head in certain ways and the light captures it, it looks like your eyeliner is patchy, and it looks like you're missing spots or you didn't fill in spots, when really all it is just the shininess of the product hitting the light in certain ways. So for that reason, I don't love it, and I just would not recommend buying it. I would recommend one of the other ones that I mentioned. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about some lip products. So they released their Melting Pout Vinyl Vow, and I tried these again in that Get Ready With Me, and I was thinking to myself, these are going to be like the Too Faced Melted Latex, like really thick, sticky layer on the lips. And boy, was I wrong. Like, I was eating crow for dinner that night because these are amazing. So in that video, I tried this one, the one in Toasted 205, but today I'm wearing the one in 210 Kiss Kiss. So this is what Toasted looks like. It's just like a nice kind of like warm nude color. And then this one in Kiss Kiss is what I have on today. And so that's how it compares to that one. So this is definitely more rosy, but I feel like when you look at it, like if you would look at this and it would be a liquid lipstick, this would be almost kind of like a rosy, somewhat bold lip color for people. But it's so sheer. These have kind of like a gel type feel to them. I want to say it's like a gel and a gloss kind of mixed together. It is beautiful. I feel like, so the Physicians Formula Healthy Lips, they're like a gel liquid lipstick, and I feel like these are like a gel gloss. Like you can build them up so they pack more of a punch if you want to, but you totally don't have to. You can sheer these out and they can look so beautiful and just still really even on the lips. And sometimes I find with lip products that you can build up if you want. It could look patchy if you're not careful. These don't do that. It kind of like, they just fill in and like all the lines on the lips, and they sit on top of the lips so well, and they just disperse so beautifully like the color does on top of the lips, that it doesn't look patchy or uneven. They're not sticky in the least. They are comfortable to wear. I absolutely love these. Totally recommend them. Okay guys, so overall the things that I was obsessed with are definitely these lip products and the foundation. These are, I think everyone should try these. They are so, so good. I love them. The things that I could like kind of take or leave are the mascaras and the setting spray. They're just kind of meh products for me. And then the things I like really hated are the concealer and the eyeliner. That is like, I would just steer everyone to something else if they ask me for a recommendation. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have done a roundup of the new Wet n Wild products that are released and the new Maybelline products that have come out. I'm waiting to get the Milani concealer that they just released, and then I'm going to do a Milani video as well as a concealer showdown for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss those videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!